Hope you're having a good day. Summer and I are here out at the Whitewater Center, and we are going to make a video about the pack I'm using and the gear I'm taking on the AT this year coming 2021. I am going to go ultralight this year, or as much as possible. Not completely ultralight. I have a base weight of about 12 pounds right now. It's fluctuating between 12 and close to 13, depending on the gear I'm going to take, but I'm trying to get it down to as close to 12 as I can, and this is so far the gear that I've got going on. So first off, I traded out my pack, and I'm going with a Z-Pack Arc Blast. It's 20 ounces. So far so good. I've taken it on a few hikes already and I love it. If I don't overpack it, it should be working out pretty well. So I do have a tendency to overpack on food, so if I don't do that, this should work out great. So this pack has a lot of compartments on the outside, which I have utilized mainly because I've wanted things to be very accessible. So let me start out with that. This outside pack, or this outside pocket here, is really handy. And in here I'm carrying my sit pad, which I'm not sure I'm going to take that yet. Not 100% certain, but that's a maybe. This is what I'll use. It's my pee bottle to use at night. Everybody uses it, no surprise. Most guys use Gatorade bottles. Women, I've used Ovaltine bottles, but I'm going to try, I've used this a few times. Women, if you want to get a bottle to use while you have in your tent, especially in the cold weather, it'll save you having to get out of your tent and get into the freezing cold rain or snow to go to the bathroom. Saves a lot of hassle, and you'll actually get up and go rather than hold it and be uncomfortable and not sleep well. Just my 2 cents. So in this outside pocket, I've got a my tent and sleeping bag, or sleeping bag, my tent and my raincoat. This is my raincoat from Z-Pack. It also acts as my ground sheet, or the bottom of my tent. This is the tent. It's a Tarp Tent, 6 ounces, super light. I love it. I've used it a few times, and so far I really like it. I'll do a video on pros and cons of an ultralight tent as opposed to my Big Agnes Rattlesnake two-person tent. I'll do that later on today. But so far, love this tent. It is, like I said, 6 ounces. You can't beat that. Super easy to set up. The rain jacket, also by Z-Pack, acts as your ground sheet for the tent. And I have this on the outside, and the reason why I'm keeping it on the outside pocket, and I also have an umbrella. I know it's my luxury item. The rain out on the AT is no joke, so that's why I overkill with the rain gear. I learned my lesson being out there and being drenched and soaked and freezing. So I can always ditch this later if I want to, but I'm starting out with it for sure. And my stakes for the tent. Keeping it on the outside pocket because you always need to have easy access to your rain gear no matter what. Even if the weather says it's going to be perfect, not a cloud in the sky, I have seen torrential, hardcore rainstorms pop up out of nowhere, and I've gotten drenched more than once and learned my lesson. So, rain gear is a must, and I have it out here and ready to go whenever that storm hits. So, that's what I'll use this pocket for here. The side pocket. Now I've added these to. I had these. I had gotten them from Z-Pack. And I'm going to use these on the sides, not because I need extra space, but because I want things to be accessible and handy. This is my bathroom supplies, toilet paper, some baby wipes, hand sanitizer, and my trowel, but I want to have that accessible and easy to get to, so I'm just keeping it right there in that side pocket. My Nalgene bottle, I've decided to go with a Nalgene bottle. I know a lot of people use smart water bottles, and that's totally cool too. I'll tell you why I'm using this one though. When I went on the AT the first time, I used a Nalgene bottle the whole way and I loved it. I tend to drink a lot more water out of this bottle than I did for some reason out of the smart water bottles. I think it's more of a psychological thing, but also I got it tinted because I don't want to see the color of the water. There is a stretch on the AT, I think it was around the Pennsylvania area or just after, and the water color was not clear. It was like this really like dirty brown color, and seeing that, I did not want to drink it at all, and I got so dehydrated in that section. I was only drinking the bare minimum of what I needed, so I'm going with a tinted water bottle this time to promote drinking water. Hopefully that'll work better, but I personally like the Nalgene bottles. Tons of people, just as many, were going with, if not more, we're going with the smart water bottles. So it's whatever your preference is, but I like Nalgene. Fits easily into this pocket, and so far this pack is working out pretty great. On the other side, I also have another pocket, side pocket for this pack. Again, I had it already, and I've got my water filtration system. I've got the large Sawyer, in a water bottle or a water container. It's the Platypus 2-liter, and the larger of the Sawyers. The smaller one is fine, but it just takes forever to filter your water. So for not much more weight, the bigger one works better. And then I've got a water bowl and a food bowl for Summer, because she'll be coming with me on this trip for as long as she wants to. If she wants to go home, my husband will come out and pick her up whenever she wants to go, but she'll go on the trail with me as long as she wants to. So I've got all her stuff ready to go too. This is a little chamois thing. I got it at the dollar store. It's to dry off the tent from condensation, and also to dry off the mud off of Summer, so that she can get into my sleeping bag with me at night, and I don't want her full of mud and wet snow or anything. So I've got that for that. So all of that goes into this, which will be put right into this side pocket, so everything is very easily accessible. And I can dry out that that thing if I need to, if I want to hang it off my pack. Bandana for a snot rag. I've got 2 pockets on the waist belt. This pack ended up coming with these 2. I bought this pack used off of eBay, and it came with these great little pouches on the waist belt, which is great. One of them is empty, and the second one, I have a pair of gloves, some sunglasses, which I'll ditch along the way if they break, and a little bag of a mask, some stuff for Summer's feet, a reflective thing for her collar, so I can put that on her at night, and her leash, and some lip balm for me. That's also SPF. So that'll all go into this front pocket here. Easily accessible, easy to get to, easy to use. And that's what I do love about these little side pockets, is it is easy to put things in, so it's easily accessible. Like rain gear, you definitely want to be sure you can get to it easily. So then, if I open up my pack, I've got a dry sack from Z-Pack. Inside is my pack liner, and got my clothes bag, got my food bag, and I know it's huge, my electronics bag, and then I've got my sleeping pad, a pump to blow up the sleeping pad. Luxury item, I know. Sleeping bag liner. And a sleeping bag with a cover. So this is my sleeping bag. It's I got this made from Z-Pack. It's a down sleeping bag. So far it's worked out pretty good. I've not used it in extremely cold weather, but I have gotten into it when it's been really windy and about 20-25 degrees. So I do know the AT gets freezing cold, and if this becomes wet, it's pretty much useless. So I have a waterproof sleeping bag cover to put over it, at least during the really cold months, because I will be starting early on the AT again. I love cold hiking, I love winter hiking, but you got to be ready for it, and you have to stay warm at night. That's the most critical time. It's not too bad when you're moving and hiking, as long as you have plenty of layers, but when you stop hiking, it's like a race to get into your sleeping bag, to get dry, to get warm, and to stay in there until you have to get out and start hiking again. So that's why my sleep system is a little bit more elaborate, but I won't carry this the entire time, just all of this. I won't carry the whole thing the entire time, just while it's cold. But waterproof sleeping bag cover. It's not even branded. I don't know what brand it is. I got it from AliExpress. It was real cheap. The sleeping bag cover, or the whole sleeping bag, it's awesome so far. And then a lightweight sleeping liner, just to add the extra warmth. And trying also not to get my sleeping bag wet from the outside or from the inside. So that's my plan with that. My food, I don't count this as my pack weight, except for my pot. And I'm just bringing this little pot and a lid. The lid's in here somewhere. I've got a bunch of snacks. But this is a Core Element 750 milliliters for this pot. It's on the smaller side, but that's okay. I don't think I'm going to need much more of that. But this should do the trick. Super lightweight. I do have a Toiletries bag. Everything in here. I've got some money, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, lotion. One thing out there on the trail that I noticed last time was when my feet your feet are always wet out there no matter what, and they would get really dried out. So having a little bit of lotion to put on your feet at night is really great. So I'm carrying some lotion. Vitamins, a whole bunch of different kinds of vitamins. So I'll show you what I got. I've got some turmeric, magnesium, lots and lots of moringa. I've labeled everything here. A little bit of zinc. What is that there? Oh, acetylcholine. And that should do it. But carry vitamins if you can, or if you're able to. I have a few mail drops to send to myself that have the exact same package of vitamins in there. I'm an advocate of vitamins. It seems to work well for me, so carry it if you want to. In this little bag, I've got ibuprofen. I've got 4 things of melatonin gummies in case I need it. I don't use it that often. Some Benadryl in case I need it. A small comb, a piece to fix my tent or sleeping pad if I need it, a patch, a small little razor, and Q-tips. Summer, watch out. So that's all that's in there. And like I said, the food, summer, watch out. The food is interchangeable, so I don't count that as my base weight. Or I don't count the water either, but I do count these 2 things, the pot and vitamins and such. So all of that goes into my food bag and could easily be hung. So that's that. Sleeping pad and a sleeping pump. Oops. And okay, so my sleeping pad and sleeping pump. This is a Big Agnes sleeping pad. AXL Air. It's a mummy size 20 by 72. It's on the larger size, so but it didn't weigh a whole lot. I will look up how much exactly it weighed and I'll put it up here. But I'm going with this one because I got a really good deal on it. It was a garage sale item, and I just wanted to have something. It's got like 4 inches of cushion, not a huge insulation, but it should do the trick while I'm out there this time. It's really comfortable to lay on. And since it's so large, it takes absolutely forever to blow it up. So I have this this also serves as a stuff sack, but it also is a pump, and that goes with the sleeping pad. Not much weight, and I think it was 1.5 ounces for this pump, which will save me a ton of time and possibly not having to pass out while I'm blowing that thing up at the end of a hike. Whole bunch of clothes that I'll take, but I'll go over clothes in just a minute of what I'm taking on the AT. But that's pretty much it. Oh, one more thing. My electronics. I am taking quite a bit of electronics this time because I do plan to do a lot of videos. So I'm bringing 2 batteries and a whole bunch of things to charge all my devices. So that's one thing when you're doing a stop. If you're not staying overnight in a town, which I don't plan to stop a whole lot, it is fun to stay at certain hostels, and that's part of the whole AT experience. So I love that part, and I will definitely do that again. But I won't be excessively staying in towns or hostels throughout the AT. I don't have a plan of how often I'll do it, but it won't be that often. With that being said, when I go to resupply, I need to charge my devices as quickly as possible so that I can get back on the trail. So I'm carrying 2 large Anchor battery packs, and that is a lot of weight. I know. I'm prepared to carry that. Chargers to charge them, and a black diamond headlamp. I used this on the AT the first time. It's got the green and the red light, which is great, so you don't blind people in your camp or the shelters when you get in there at night. It's really rude to have a bright white light, so you need to change it to either green or red when you go into the campsites. And then a device to plug it all in, because you can't be spreading out all your devices. This will also plug my phone in. So I'm hoping to get as much charge as I can while I'm getting my resupply, and then be able to go back, so I don't have to sit there for 8 hours while all this stuff is charging. That's my plan, and that's pretty much everything I'm taking. Like I said, the sit pad is still debatable. Not sure if I'm going to do that, bring that or not yet. It's 1 ounce, so possibly. But that's it. It's not a whole lot of stuff. You really don't need a whole lot of stuff. That was a huge mistake I made the first time that I went on the AT, is I packed so much stuff. It was a rookie mistake. My pack weight was like 45 pounds. It was ridiculous how much stuff I brought the first time that I didn't need. Mostly being food. I brought so much food out, and I do tend to carry a lot of food, but you don't need to have 10 days of food out there. You are going to stop at towns and be able to resupply regularly without a problem. Rule of thumb is that you pack out about 2 pounds of food per day, roughly, give and take. A larger man is going to consume a lot more than a smaller woman, so you can adjust accordingly. But you really don't need to have a whole lot of stuff. Everybody's got some luxury items that they take, and I definitely do as well. The the pump to blow up my sleeping pad is a luxury item, and the sit pad and the umbrella are going to be my luxury items. So yep, that's what I'm planning on bringing, and hopefully I'll continue to play with my gear and maybe downsize it a little bit more, but I'm right at almost 13 pounds, about just shy of 13 pounds. So I guess we could just say 13 pounds as the base weight, which I think is pretty good, especially compared to what I was carrying last year. But you know, everybody's different, everybody's comfort level is different. And oh, I meant to also say that this stuff sack that I have my clothes in is from Z-Pack, and it's got on the other side of it, it's felt, so I'm going to use this as my pillow. The last time I went on the AT, I used a stuff sack as a pillow. I did not bring an inflatable pillow. I didn't need it. Actually, I did bring it the first time around and sent it home because it was not necessary. These stuff sacks work great, and especially this one that's nice and soft on one side, which will also double as my clothing bag. So, hope all of this was helpful. This is what I will be bringing, so you'll be seeing this gear when I'm doing my videos while I'm out there. If you have any questions about anything, or weight, or any specifics on any of these items, I'll be happy to elaborate on them. So just let me know, send me a comment, send me an email. My email address is in the description, and I'm here and happy to help. So happy trails, happy training, and I'll see you out there pretty soon. Have a good day.